Free games, baby. Free games. I hope you enjoyed that intro. I hope you enjoyed it. Anyhow, yeah, like this latest video games volume is a bunch of free games. I think 10 of them in total. 3, 6, 9, 10 free games. 10. And, I don't really, knock free games. And when you could get them, hey, this is the best thing. And, anyhow, a friend of mine contacted me on Facebook Messenger. And he was like, hey, dude, he said, I know you're a friend. He said, I've got a bunch of games I don't want to really go through the hassle of going to places and trading them in. Or, I know GameStop won't take them. That's where he mostly does his trades, is GameStop. So, he said, I know they won't take them. He said, would you do it? Would you just take them from me? Because he said, I don't want the hassle. I was like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah. I said, well, are you anything? He's like, no, don't. He said, sports games mostly. He said, dude, he said, worthless games, man. He said, I couldn't. He said, I know GameStop, even if they did take them, wouldn't give me that much store credit. So, he said, I'd rather you have them because you're the collector. So, water. So anyhow, like an excited schoolboy, I raced over, right? And I'm like, driving like a maniac. Okay, well, I didn't really drive like a maniac. I was more or less pretty well excited. So I met him out at the at Walmart, in front of Walmart. So he hands me the bag of games. He said, hey man, take them. There you go. So anyhow, there's some PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Xbox, and a couple of these I'm gonna have to trade in, and one I've got a question about, and I'm gonna have to look it up. Because he done told me about one of the things here. He said, had he known he was going to give me the game, he would have kept some stuff, and I'll tell you. Anyhow, to start it off, PlayStation 4 wise, I got NBA 2K16, which I believe I already have. This is the, don't know this basketball player, because I'm not big into the NBA. I just get the games, and I've got to start a couple of them. And you can be the story mode, It's always been my dream to go to the NBA. Let me turn the volume down here. Anyhow. Sorry. Water belch. Okay. Anyhow. It's always been my dream to go to the NBA. Me and Larry Bird. Oh, yeah. Be the next Larry Bird. Anyhow, NBA 2K16, I believe I have it. It's got all the paperwork to it. Discs are in great shape. The only disc I seen that had a problem was the one I'll show soon. But look, there's the things with it. I couldn't believe he's giving them away, but he's like, I need to get room. Nobody will take him. Now, this ain't a sports game, and he told me he didn't want it. He's like, I've already played through the campaign. I've played online, I believe. This is Battlefield 1, the Early Enlister Deluxe Edition. The Early Enlister Deluxe. I have Battlefield 1, but mine is not the Early Enlister Deluxe Edition. Mine is just the regular edition. I don't know if the disc has anything extra on it. I'll have to check. If not, I'll trade it away, because I don't really need it. Now, this is the one I've got questions about. And me and him talked about this. He said, had he known he was going to give me this game, he said, I would have kept the stuff that come with it. Because he said back in the day, he collected a lot of the Lego sets with this game. It's Lego Dimensions. And he collected so many of the sets and the deck and those pieces. And I almost got into it. I almost got into it and Infinity, Disney Infinity. And I did get it. I think there's a volume where I detailed where I went and got, I had the deck pieces at a flea market I found for $1. So, and then there's like 3 waves of it. And I went to GameStop and it was like $70-some of stuff. And then I was like, I took it all back because I was like, the deck ain't working. I said, this is just too much of an investment. Just one game. I didn't want to invest that much into it. Well, Lego Dimensions was just like that. and it was more. I think it was more successful, and they finally basically pulled the plug on this Disney Infinity. But yeah, this got the Lord of the Rings and Batman and Harry Potter and Back to the Future and Scooby Doo. You could all play all those sets. But I don't know if this game works without the deck. I have to Google it. Google. Speaking of Batman, I have this game, so it's going to be up for trade. It is Batman Arkham Origins. And he told me that he just didn't see playing any Batman. I was surprised when I opened the bag and saw it in there. I said, "Are you sure you don't want to take your Batman game?" And he's like, "Nah, don't worry about it." He said, "I don't." He said, "Origins is one that he didn't really like that much. I like the fighting system in it, and that Deathstroke fight. That Deathstroke fight was a utter bitch." I mean, why would you put that early in the game? And it just aggravating, my vein in my head would pop. And finally my friend Mark beat it. I mean, I was like, really, man, why would you put that boss fight into the game, man? I haven't played in a long time. I'm gonna have to wonder if Warner Brothers has patched it to fix it. Because that thing was just aggravating bitch. Now, that's the only PlayStation 3 game he had. But I did get Madden 09 from him. And I picked it up because it was in there. And I was like, do I have this one? And this is the only one that the disc looks like pure hell. And even he has said, I don't know how the disc got like that. I don't know if the Xbox 360s back in the day was just eating these discs or what. It's a choose your own adventure looking for Xbox 360 games with good discs. And this one will probably be traded. Now, there is a Brent Favre Madden 09 that is needed right now. It is sought after. It's him in the New York Jets uniform on this cover. Well, that one was very rarely done. That one was very rarely seen. I've never ran into it. I've looked. I've tried finding it, but I would love to find that one. I think that's the one that everybody looks for Madden 09. Now we're going to get into some Xbox Ones. And oh man, this was fun. I picked up Madden 19 with Antonio Brown for the Xbox One. And this is Antonio Brown when he was kind of crazy. This dude has really, I remember back in the day when Antonio Brown was actually a great football player. I don't know what happened. Ever since he went to the Raiders, it's like at 1 year, he has started losing his mind. Like, he had that incident where he freezer burned or something. He did something to his foot with the Raiders. They released him because they can't. When the Raiders release you, you know something's wrong. So Brown would play for some teams. He's more famous for stripping off. He's almost all his clothes on the field with Tampa Bay. And Tom Brady had to be sitting there just like, oh, man. And for some weird reason, he got mad at Tom Brady. And Tom Brady was wanting him with the team, because Tom Brady was thinking, well, I need to, I want to win a Super Bowl. Antonio Brown's talented. But he just wasn't ready for the crazy. And it's the latest incident is him telling that I think this was like weeks and months ago, he said that he had joined the Ravens. Don't ask me. I mean, guy's got talent, but everybody's like, well, the Chiefs signed Antonio Brown. Like, no, please, no. No. Andy Reid couldn't handle that. Andy Reid was like, he would be no nonsense. Andy Reid would, the Chiefs run very tight shit. Like Bill Belichick. They ain't going to buy into anything crazy. I got NBA 2K15. Your time has come. And I gotta thank my friend for giving me these games. I mean, like he's I know you're a big you're building the Xbox One collection. He said, what better person to have them than you? He said, I got Madden 16, and I believe this was with Odell Beckham. I believe this is Odell Beckham. Or is this Calvin Johnson? I believe this is Calvin. It might be Calvin. I believe Calvin Johnson or Odell Beckham. I can't really tell. But yeah, Madden 16. And Then I got NHL 21. I've got a few NHL games, and I love sports games. I love weird sports games. I almost picked up a bull riding game the other day. I was just close to picking up a bull riding game for the Wii. I was like, do I really want that? And I almost picked it up for the PlayStation 4. I was like, do I really want that? Eddie says I pick up some weird games. He's like, I don't know why you do it, but I was like, hey, these weird ones can be fun. But yeah, here's NHL 21. Greatness. Recognize greatness. The NHL. That's one sport I never got into, was the NHL. I mean, I loved, the clips I see of the fighting is pretty awesome. The fighting looks cool. It's just, I never could get into it. Maybe, if I went to a game and sit down and bought into it. I've got a hockey jersey. Now, here's one that I was really excited to get, and I was surprised, along with the Battlefield. I've got the Division 2. Division 2, and I've got Division 1. Tom Clancy's Division 2. And this requires the internet connection. And this is what irks me about some of these games, man. You just want to sit there. You can feel the thing in your head, just like, why? Why do you have to have internet for some of these games? Oh, God. I don't know if you have to play, I don't know if this requires Game Pass, where you can play online. I have no clue. I just got it I'm glad I got it for free for the campaign mode. I'm glad. I'll just pop my blood vessel. Now I'm gonna tell you a game that I think I brought this up months ago, and I thought the game was in here, and he thought it was too, but he must have lost it. So we popped it open. It was Battlefield 2042. And, the game's gone. He brought me the Steelbook, and he said, hey, you can have the Steelbook. Which is a nice little, nice book. Nice little Steelbook. But anyway, he's going to look for the game. He said, if I find it, I'll bring it, and you can have it. Well, looked it up. I looked this one up first. From what I remember, Daryl at GameStop told me months ago, it requires internet connection, and there is no campaign mode. I looked it up, and he is right, and it still has no campaign mode. I'm like, what the hell? So, even if he finds me the disc, I have to have Game Pass to play this stupid son of a... I mean, it's a free Steelbook, free game. I can't kick it. But if I had to pay for this, I probably would have sat there and just threw it like a toaster. I hate stuff like that. But nice Steelbook, and like I said, 10 free games. I'm not going to kick on them. A couple, maybe 2 or 3 I could trade away. But for now, I'm very happy with what I picked up. And, yeah. Thank you. If you're watching this video, thank you. Thank you very much for giving me these games. He told me if he got any more, he's going to go through his closet. He said, I'll see if I can turn out any more. He said, if I know I can't get rid of them, he said, I'll give them to you. I was like, oh, man, thanks you, man. Thank you. But, again, having free games is something worthwhile. And even if they're sports games or games that, like the Division or Battlefield, you can't kick on it. You're being given games, and you should thank the person that does it. So I did. So, I'm pretty well excited. And these Xbox Ones add something to the collection. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you like and support the channel. And, well, might go play me some Division. Some Division 2. Oh, yeah.